Hello everybody, Abbott's brother here, and today we're going to take a look at the performance of ELEX on my FX-8320e and RX480 system running Linux. And here are the system specs right here. This is Linux Mint, and we are running game mode run Mango HUD and Proton 9.0-4. For the longest time, I thought ELEX was running Unreal 4. Turns out it's not. It was Piranhabyte's own engine, I believe, and it actually goes pretty well. It's just there we go, and it looks like Mango HUD works just fine on this, so we shouldn't have any trouble with that. I don't recall if I optimized the settings for this video or not. We'll have to see. What did I go with here? 1080p, VSync is off. And we can do manual scaling, but there's no sort of upscaling or anything built into the game. Looks like medium with high textures. And ambient occlusion is to low. Well, let's see what this does. I've played through ELEX 3 times, maybe 4. Because I know I had it on GOG first, and then I bought it on Steam because I wanted to have it on my Steam profile and post to the... So what are we looking at here? 82? Wow, that's pretty good settings. Unfortunately, the mini-map is to the right and the health bar is to the left. So either way, I'm going to wind up covering something with the overlay. No real way around that. So I'm just going to run around a bit like I tend to do in these videos and kind of stitch it all together. Oh, come on, you can't get across that. The main thing you're going to find here is that the frame rate is pretty good, and you're like, oh, maybe I'll turn some settings up. No, I'm not going to turn settings up because I'm going to take us into this city over here. These are, who's over here? These are the Beserkers over here. And once you get into an area with a lot of people, a lot of NPCs, you're going to see the frame rate go down, and that is the CPU. You can see right now we're at 66%, 60% on the CPU, just running around out here. ELEX is kind of a weird game. Like, it's clunky, and some of the systems, you know, you can't, there aren't a lot of skill points going to go around, and you've got this whole drink the ELEX or don't drink the ELEX potions thing going on, so you could get more skill points that way, but that'll impact how the game goes because it changes your nature if you drink more ELEX potions. But overall, it's pretty cool. I actually have enjoyed ELEX a lot. It's one that I think gets overlooked. That gets overlooked by a lot of, when you talk about RPGs of 2017, it's definitely not brought up that much. So yeah, we're down. We were in the 90 FPS or so, and you can see here we're barely holding 60. And that is a CPU limitation. But this is fine. Yeah, it dips under 60 sometimes. This is still really playable, and you can see VRAM is at, even with high textures at 1080p, VRAM is at 3.5 gigs, so we could definitely, you could definitely manage this with a 4 gig RX 480. And 8 gigabytes of system RAM. I mean, that's not a lot of RAM that's needed. The heck is that noise? Oh, that's them weeding. They use the same generic sound. I mean, ELEX even made it onto Angry Joe's. I remember it made it onto Angry Joe's worst games of the year, and I never, ever understood that. I mean, is it the greatest game of all time? No. But it's still a very good RPG, and the questing, the quest designs, you know, is very, very good. The problem with ELEX questing is that sometimes you want to do a quest, but you are way under-leveled for it. So, and that happens a lot. So, at least when I play it, I wind up wandering around looking for low-level quests to do. To level up so then I can do the quests I actually want to do. And it kind of detracts from it a little bit. So I understand if there's some disappointment with it from a role-playing point of view, but, well, not really from a role-playing point of view, just from a game-playing point of view. Because role-playing in this game is actually very good. You've got multiple factions, and you've got all these different, got multiple factions and all these different quests you can go on, and, should we go to Ignadon? Yeah, let's go to the Hort. And this is one of the other factions you can join. I wound up joining the Beserkers in this run, but I do have trade relationships with the Hort. And you can see here there's not a lot going on. I mean, it is a detailed environment. Rather nice amount of detail, actually, but in terms of brush and trees and grass, there's just not a lot going on. Let's head into the Hort. The Hort doesn't have a lot of stuff going on either. It's mostly NPCs and a lot of straight angles and gleaming metal and red banners, mostly. Oh, and my stamina's out. Okay, here we go. Please don't. Okay. There's some kind. There's a mission with him where I think I like run contraband or something. It's been a while. So yeah, it's not even really about the grass and the trees. It really is the NPCs, because you can see here the frame rate again dips to about 50 because there are a lot of NPCs here, and the CPU has to process all that logic. Right, you got these three, I think they're robots. Yeah, you got these three robot soldiers, Cleric combat robot. Those are animated, and you've got the Colossus. These are also animated. Now, I believe, I've never done it because I'm always like trying to keep the factions intact as much as possible, but you know, this is one of those games, old school RPGs, where you can literally go nuts and start just randomly assaulting and wiping out, like, this settlement. You'll lose all the quests you would get from here, but it's an option. And they don't really make a lot of RPGs like that anymore. And I think I'm persona non grata at down here, I forget. These are the outcasts? I think they're the outcasts. But when everybody was complaining about, I may be in yeah, I'm gonna be in combat. I remember I pissed everybody off here. You see all the dots on the minimap are red. So I can't go in and show you that, not without probably dying. There's probably a guard here. Nope, that's an animal. Well, maybe I can go in. I may have to run, though.
This is the end for you.
Yup. Run. Let us run. Yeah, and that's because I remember of how the final mission played out. I wound up killing the leader of the Outlaws, I think. And that's what happens. They all turn hostile. First time I played it, I actually sided with the Outlaws. How do I draw my weapon? Oh, there we go. It's kind of an auto-lock system, which is a little funky. But basically, I have this suit of armor on. You can see it kind of has a green glow on it. And that is camouflage. It's a special effect. I think it's a Berserker thing. So basically, the animals don't see me. What the heck? I have no idea what that is. That looks like a flaming skull on my fist. Somebody's attacking me. Who is it? Let's get out of here. Alright. Where else shall we go? Oh, please don't tell me I can't fast travel because I'm in combat. Not now. Thanks, Jax. Oh, jeez. Oh, a Moloch is not... Oh, that's what it is. That's right, I put all my points into the bow. Why is he, like, walking? What is he doing? Okay, that... I almost died. Which one is it? Is it... That didn't do shit. It's probably 7. Yep. I don't know why he just suddenly started just like strolling in the middle of combat. But I think I'm home free. Okay, so now where shall we go? Let's go to the Domed City. That's like the other major settlement. And you can actually get to it. See, that's another problem with ELEX, is that there is a right and a wrong way to play. Technically, you can just go out into the world and do stuff, find stuff, have fun. But you will be very underleveled, and when you're low level, things kill you so fast. And it actually discourages a lot of people who see this this big map and all these places they can go, and they're like, oh, I'm going to start exploring. But this is not an Ubisoft open world game. You can't just go anywhere right at the beginning. You have to get some levels, and you have to be very careful. And the Domed City is actually a place you should go to fairly early. So we started right around here. Oh, that's right, Goliet. We started in Goliet, around here. And you actually, I think you start right around here, because you go on approach. Yeah, here's the small camp. You start on approach to Goliet, and that's like the first place you go. But then this, the Domed City, should come pretty soon after that. Because there are a bunch of quests you can do in here. And right down, yeah, we're down at 50 again. So that's pretty much the story with this. I'm seeing this as a repeating pattern with the FX-8320e and RX 480. It's not the RX 480, it's the CPU. In cities like this, games from 2017 to 2022, 23, you go into big cities like this with a lot of NPCs, you're going to drop into the mid-40s, low 50s. And that's just the limit of the FX-8320e. And it's not... you can see the resources, it's not maxed out, it's not at 100%, but whatever it uses to process data, whatever bus the data goes over, it's just not fast enough. Obviously, if I had more clock speed, it would help. But ELEX, you could probably play with a 6-core FX, because we haven't hit, you know, 75%, which is a full load on the three modules of the 4. I think you'd probably play this on like an FX-6350. You'd have the same frame drops that you have here with this chip, because it's an architecture issue.
How do we move on from here?
But I mean, I have, between GOG and Steam, I have like 200 hours in this game, 300 hours. There's a lot there's a lot to explore and do in this game. And there are some mods, too, to help with some of the combat and some of the leveling, maybe give you some extra skill points so you can make a more powerful all-purpose build instead of having to focus specifically on some skill trees over others. Yeah, that's ELEX on the FX-8320e and RX 480. Playable performance. It's can't hold 60 FPS, but that's something you're going to see a lot with the FX-8320e. Hope this video was useful to you. If it was, please give it a thumbs up, and thanks for watching.